Everybody, you already know who it is. It's the Mad Villain. Welcome to the channel. But first, let me dive on right on in and give you my thoughts on Guilty Gear and why it needs to step up when it comes to the next Guilty Gear. That'll probably come out probably 2 or 3 years from now, maybe. But here's the thing with Guilty Gear Strive. My thoughts are, it's too easy, man. It's just too easy, in my honest opinion. Like, the combos are just so willy-nilly, and it's just so easy to do that it means nothing to me. I mean, with Guilty Gear Strive, every time I play it, it's just like I'm playing it because I'm just doing this for to speak on certain topics and shit like that, and reviews. That's basically it. Other than that, as a game, it feels like a whatever burger. And what I mean by that is, let's say if I had a hamburger, right? And I'm eating it, it's going it's a burger, but I ain't gonna say it's a good burger, and I ain't gonna say it's technically a bad burger, but it's just, it's whatever. But the thing is, it's suffering. Guilty Gear is suffering from modern fighting game syndrome. My apologies. And what I mean by that is, a lot of modern fighting games are just now basically just so brain dead easy, and there's really nothing for the hardcore audience. Back in my day, I mean, I was exactly an OG, but I liked the hardcore games, something that had something for everybody, not just exclusively catering towards casuals and shit like that, right? I mean, let's take the case for Street Fighter 4, for instance. Street Fighter 4 was the last good game to actually have that fucking threshold and have something that catered to literally everybody. It wasn't just it was just exclusively casuals, and it wasn't just exclusively hardcore. It had something for literally everybody to learn. But now Guilty Gear Strive, it's just so boring because it just exclusively caters towards casuals. The same thing with Street Fighter 5, basically. But here's the thing with Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. Those games, well, Tekken 8 I really can't say too much because I didn't really see much gameplay, but Street Fighter 6, even though it's not no Street Fighter 4, it looks like it's going to be one of the rolling stones to actually get that momentum going, to get back where fighting games used to be. And I wholeheartedly mean that. I mean, sure, it got auto parries and shit like that, even though that's something I still hate. But as a technical fucking game, as you look at it from a technical perspective, it looks way more technical and shit like that, right? Where people just can't throw out buttons and you gotta be scared shitless just to play neutral. Now it looks like you gotta really play smart in Street Fighter 6. And I think Street Fighter 6 is going to absolutely expose the fuck out of a lot of Street Fighter 5 only players. I guarantee it. But what the point I'm trying to make is, though, is that Guilty Gear has to be able to nut the fuck up and put their balls on the table and actually bring back their hardcore audience. Because Guilty Gear, from its roots, was a hardcore game. It was a hardcore genre, and that's how a lot of its identity was got its identity, by doing shit that was hardcore, doing the shit that was against the grain. And now they're just following suit with all these other companies and shit like that. Right now, it just feel like they lost out their identity. I mean, I can literally take off the fucking Guilty Gear paint and shit like that, right? And you can literally apply this to any other game, and it'd be the exact same thing. I mean, the characters, they all feel the same. Do an attack, do a counter that goes into a red Roman cancel, etc. Even at high level, when I watch people play this at high level, it's still the same shit. Who's gonna get robbed first? Who's gonna guess wrong first? It's never a real true back and forth. It's either you're gonna get bomb rushed or you're gonna get bomb rushed. It's the same thing with DNF Duel. In DNF Duel, I have never ever in my life seen a fighting game die so fast in just 2 months. I have never seen that happen, ever. DNF Duel died in 2 months. It was 12,000 players, and if I look at it right now, hold on, let me look it up. I'm looking it up right now. Let's see. As I say this right now, it literally has 44 players as we speak. 44 players, and that was 14 minutes ago. And its 24-hour peak was 100 players. How in the hell does that happen? The game literally only has 44 players. KOF 13, a game that's been out since like what, 2005, 2006? It's been out for how long? It's been out for like almost, actually it's been out longer than Street Fighter 4 did. And it has better numbers than it does DNF Duel did in 2 months. Well, almost 3, but you get my point. It's like you can't make this shit up. But in order for games to survive, you can't just be exclusively catering to one side or another. You need something for all players to get that enjoyment off of. And I think fucking Harada and people that making Street Fighter 6, they're understanding that. And I think Street Fighter 6 is gonna be that rolling stone. Like I said again, it's gonna be that rolling stone that get these fighting games back on track. Because for the longest we were in the dark ages of fucking fighting games. It's just the same old shit. Like, okay. I mean, you can probably just see how the outcome's gonna be before the game even releases, and you just roll your eyes and like whatever. But I seriously want to fall back in love with fighting games, and I think Street Fighter 6 is gonna do it first. But I also want to see Guilty Gear get back a lot of this hardcore audience, because there's people that poured in too much work into time to build this shit that what we have for it as it is now just get disrespected by getting completely alienated. So I would really hope to see like the OGs and shit come back. I would really love to see that. I would really, really love to see that. That'll bring a tear to my eye. See like a lot of these OGs that made this shit possible in the first place come back. It will be a great enjoyment for me. I really want to see it. But that's my thoughts for right now. And I will put this shit on screen. I'm not just making these numbers up about DNF Duel. And actually, I will make a whole video on why DNF Duel died in the next video or so, maybe, if that's even worth it at this point. But since like I'm already seeing like pretty much the obvious. But I will think about making that a video too in the future. Alright, I will catch you guys later, but for right now, just enjoy these Guilty Gear clips, and I'll come back with more. Remember, the villain always strikes back with more content. Alright, I'll see you guys later.
Villain man never ran with crows in his hand and won't stop rocking till he clocked in a gazillion grand. Tilling the wasteland sands, raps on backs and treasure maps, stacks to the ceiling fan. He rests on these ashes, ask him after 10 miles and his galoshes, smash his stashes. Chip on his shoulder with a slip-on holster, flip a folder in his grip on a folder bolster. They supposed to know the show with his aura glow. Get from out the road when he get dough, it's horrible. Time is money, spend, waste, save, invest, invest. 10 case of cable, chicken chest, yes, y'all is up to get your trickles. The best ballers pitch in and rub to get a nickels. But tut, he about to change the price again and go up each time he blow up like hydrogen. Villain here, apples drilling in fear. He won't stop top ill until he a gazillionaire, grill and stare. Yeah, your boy had drama, got him on the mental plane, avoided bad karma. One soda inbred, skinhead, a nigga joke. Plus a brand new chrome smoke when the triggers broke. I thought I told him fire and pins are separate. Find out later when he tries to go and rep it. Took Jehovah money for Arabic Torah. Charged in advance, translated and ignored a sorta. 1 month you don't stop, no slaughter. A junkie wanna cop a quarter ton running for the border. Know the drill, it ain't worth the overkill. Flow skill. Still, there's no thrill. Villain million 10K bills in this pillar. Villain when it gets realer, split the skrilla with Dilla, mix. Do a deal with kicks, get rich quick. Sketch spirit that's about to make on something. From the drumstick,
Slap. Mankind change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they move. Duel 1.
遅いです。
Positive
動
bonus.
かないで。
Perfect.
ダメ。ここはイグアスじゃないんだよ。
To sell what it sounds like, but we dealing with music. So what I did was I said, all right, look, I'm gonna come with the angle of it don't matter what I look like, you know, it don't matter what the artist look like, it's more what the artist sound like. So the mask really represents the whole like to rebel against trying to sell the product as a human being, you know what I mean? It's more of a sound. So, you know, and then the